Hey, you guys, it's Christina for the Purple Alphabet, and let's talk about how to get your children involved in books. So, starting from a very, very young age, you can get your children really interested in reading. And you can do that by obviously reading the book, right? Everybody knows that. But you can also be more interactive. Now, there are plenty of books out there that have pop-ups and little tabs in it, but I'm just picked out two really simple books here. This one is a Daniel Tiger book. Here's a corduroy one, and you can do it with any book, and it doesn't have to be one of those specially made books to encourage interaction. So I'm going to walk you through 3 different skill levels: easy, intermediate, and advanced. And probably some of these you already do, which is fabulous, but maybe you haven't, so I hope to inspire you. So the most simplest things you can do is point and find. So if you have a toddler, you can say, where is Daniel Tiger? You know, there he is. Where are his eyes? Where is the door? Where is the trolley? That kind of thing. So they can really seek and find and look at the pictures and really digest what they're looking at. This particularly works if the text is talking about a particular item in the story, and then you can look and find that object. For example, the text on this page talks about Daniel making a drawing. Where's the drawing Daniel made? And the child can try and find and point to the drawing. This also works really well if you want to use a skill like counting. How many chairs are there? 1, 2, 3. What color are the chairs? Green. What color is Daniel's mom's purse? Purple. So you can really get interactive by asking questions, and it really engages them into the story and really looking and seeing what's in the picture. Very easy. A little bit harder would be to have them name the object. What is Daniel looking at? He's looking at an aquarium or a fish or the plant. What is Daniel Tiger's mom holding? She's holding a bag or a purse. And this is just one step up on the easy level and getting your child to really, really develop their speech. Next, once those kind of skills have been mastered, you need something a little bit more difficult. You can move into a little bit more intermediate things. What is the doctor doing? The doctor is looking into Tiggy's ears. What is the doctor doing in this picture? The doctor is looking into Daniel's ears. So you're asking more in-depth questions that causes the child to come up with the answer on their own instead of leading them by telling them. What is Daniel Tiger doing here? He's getting weighed. You can also do this by reading the text first, and then therefore, after you've read it, asking for the child to retell you what happened. So the text is talking about Daniel getting weighed here. Well, what happened? Well, the child would have to say, Daniel Tiger got weighed. So your child is just repeating information to show an understanding of the story, and it's also great for the child to really be engaged so they can practice and hone in on their listening skills. For a more advanced level, you can talk about what comes next to kind of go over order of events. So in this story, you will have read that Corduroy is feeding the gerbil, and then he goes and feeds the fish. But if you look at the picture, he's just feeding the gerbil. So you can say to your child, after you have read the story, what comes next? He's feeding the gerbil. And then in the story, he feeds the fish. Same thing over here. Reading the story, and it goes through an order of events, and you can see Corduroy and ask your child what happens next. Or you could do it by page. What do you think happens on the next page? Or what do you think happens next in the story? And as you're reading, you'll start to realize that a lot of these storybooks are kind of set up in a way that you can predict what's going to be happening in the story later. Also, in the more advanced kind of story reading thing is talking about feelings. You know, you read the story or the excerpt on the page and you ask, how does that character feel? This one is talking about Corduroy trying to figure out what he's going to do next at the play school. So how does Corduroy feel? You know, is he curious? Is he happy? Is he sad? And this way you can get to talking about emotions with your child, and especially a preschooler who's learning to name those emotions. It's really helpful to use characters in books so that they can relate to it later when you talk about how they're feeling when they're sad, upset, or happy. And then when you finish a story, it's always great to wrap up with a, kind of a, what did you read? Now, this is the most advanced comprehension skill that you can do with probably a preschooler. If they don't get it, that's fine. Don't worry. You'll work up to that over the years when they get into kindergarten or first grade. But you can ask what happened in the story. So you will have read a book all the way through, and you can say, well, what happened in this book? What did Daniel do? And if you're looking for really simple answers, he went to the doctor. And if you get more than that, then you are far above the learning curve. So just be aware that every child is different, and the responses to these techniques are going to be very different. But if you follow them through, you're going to be doing so many great things for your speech development, your bonding development with your children, and just overall learning. Click subscribe to see more videos like this. Give me a thumbs up to show your love. And then on the shelf right above her clothes are games and educational activities, probably things that I don't want my 2-year-old